is a beautiful Monday morning here in Aviemore. Look at that sun. First time I've properly seen the sun all weekend. But actually the weather's been perfect because it's not been too hot, it's just been right. So it is, oh, very sunny, very sunny. It's 7:20 and that's us just getting ready to leave. We're all packed up. Jack's just loading the bike and that will be us going. We have had an absolutely fantastic weekend. It really has been good. Yeah, it's just been amazing. A lot better than I expected. I don't know what I expected, but it definitely surpassed my expectations. It was good. So we have got a good few hours back on the bike. We're going the shortcut, well not the shortcut, but we're going the most direct route rather than the most scenic route. Because we want home, we want to see the girls and the dogs. See how I said it that way round, Jack? The girls and the dogs, not the dogs and the girls. So yeah, we're going to head off and I will catch up with you later on. It's 9:20, we've just stopped in Aberfeldy in a nice little artisan coffee shop, bakery type thing. Just for a wee coffee, they had to get petrol, so we're just stopping here just now. It's all the wee place. As you can see, I'm back home, and to be perfectly honest with you, I have been for over a week. Yes, I was just going to edit the very last vlog and went, I've only got like 2 minutes of footage, and realised that what had happened was we got back about between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. Spoke to Brooke, caught up on all her news, still not seen her hair, and saw the dogs and gave the dogs all cuddles, got quickly unpacked and went to my bed, and that is where I stayed pretty much until Abby's birthday on Wednesday, and you've seen that vlog. So yeah, I was just completely exhausted, but what it did mean was I completely forgot that I hadn't ended this vlog, so I thought I would just come on today and just do a wee quick ending. It's obviously not going to be a very long vlog, this one, but I can't just leave it with not having summed up the weekend. So how was our Thunder in the Glens weekend? It was everything we expected and more. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. We would do things differently if we were to go back, but they're taking a break after this year. They're not doing it next year. They might not be doing it again. If they do it, they might move somewhere else. I think basically what's happening is Aviemore have cottoned on to the fact that it's so busy, and everywhere's hiking their prices right up, to the extent that the Thunder in the Glens weekend in the hotel that it's all held at is about £100 a night more expensive than the week before it. So yeah, they're basically getting greedy, and the price of everything's going up. So I think what they were finding was they were struggling to sell tickets because people haven't got money anyway, plus the hotel and everything else up there was taking a lot more money. So we just need to wait and see. But what we would have done differently is we would have gone, if we were to go back, if they were doing it again in Aviemore this year, we would have booked to stay in the hotel, because I think we would maybe have made it to see the bands at night if it was just a case of going downstairs to see it rather than having to do a 20-minute walk. So yeah, and it would have been easier for like not having to be in the Rally Village all day. You could go and have a look and then go back up to the room, that sort of thing. But other than that, we absolutely loved it. The amount of bikes there now. I love biking with Jack, but I'm not a big motorbike fan, if you get what I mean. I don't know the first thing about motorbikes. I know we've got a Kawasaki Vulcan S, and I know my dad's got, I can't remember, a Triumph, I think. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I just like the look of them. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And the paintwork on some of them must have cost an absolute fortune. Now, a lot of the bikes there, you can tell that that's their life. Like, it's more than just a hobby to a lot of those people, because the amount of money that they ploughed into them, either that or they're multi-millionaires. Yeah. but some of the trikes and some of the Harleys just looked so comfortable for me in the back. I could just sit there in the wee armchair bit, quite happy. But it's not to be, not just now anyway. Maybe when we get the kids out of the house and all the rest of it, who are we kidding? We'll end up having grandkids by then. But anyway, it was really good. It is a shame we didn't get to see any of the bands. It would have been good if they had someone a wee bit earlier, but I know the logistics of organising something like that is a nightmare, so it's fair enough. But there were so many different stalls. The only other issue, it wasn't even an issue, but the slight annoyance was a lot of where the stalls were was gravel, and try pushing a wheelchair on gravel, it doesn't work. Jack ended up having to pull me backwards rather than push me, and even then it was a struggle. But that's our issue, that's not their issue. They can't cater for everybody. You can't think, oh, there might be somebody on wheels. The ride out, oh my goodness, never thought it would be anything like that. I actually got quite emotional going right along that street in Aviemore and just seeing people lined for miles. I'm talking miles. It reminded me of years and years and years and years ago when I was at primary school. We used to have gala days, and we would, each primary school would decorate what we called a float. It was basically just a lorry, an open backed lorry, and the primary school kids would make banners and things, and there would be a theme, and they would dress up and we'd all go on the float, and there would be maybe like 10 floats for all the primary schools. There would be a couple of pipe bands, there would be majorettes, gymnasts and everything, and just doing a massive parade right the way around Camlin, near Falkirk. And that's what it was like, because back then, I think they still do, it was Mariners Day it was called, I think they still do it, but it's nowhere near as big as it used to be. If they even do parades now, I don't know. But the streets then used to be lined, and you would be able to buy flags and balloons and things, and you would be waving the flags at everybody, and if you were lucky enough to be on the float, you would be waving at everybody in the street. It was just amazing, and that is the vibe that it gave me. So many people turned out to see all these bikes, and there were so many people that must have wondered what on earth was going on, because the police had stopped all the traffic at certain areas to let the ride out through. So I mean, there was people just stopped, hanging out their car window, filming. There was other people actually getting out their cars and looking at what was going on and stuff. It was just amazing. It honestly was so good. And even the Sunday, although it wasn't as big, there was 1,023 bikes, I think, in the Saturday ride out. There was nowhere near that many on the Sunday, but there was a good couple of hundred. And we didn't go as far on the Sunday, but it was lovely going up to the Cairngorm base station where they do all the skiing, and yeah, the view that you got and just the vibe again was brilliant. The whole atmosphere of the whole place was just amazing, it really was. And I would highly recommend it if it does come back and you're remotely interested in motorbikes. But you didn't even need to be, really, because there was something for everybody there. It honestly was so good. And of course I got my tattoo, which is all fine. I can't really, it's awkward where it is to show you. I'll flip the picture upside down for you so you can get a good look at it. But when anybody asks me what it is, I say it's a Kawasaki. It's a cow on a Kawasaki. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. Happy. And what else was happening? Not a lot. We had a lovely run back on Monday, but by that time we were all exhausted. And like I said, I just came back and completely collapsed into bed once everything was all unpacked, because I couldn't handle the fact of getting into my bed and then thinking, no, I still need to unpack. So I just did it while I was up, and then that was me. And we forgot how nice Aviemore actually is. It's a good few years since we were last there. We were last there for the Canicross. I think we went 2 years for the Canicross, and we passed one of the places that we had stayed at. I can't even remember if I vlogged it way back then. I don't think I was vlogging then, but we could see it on the motorbike on the ride out on the Sunday, and it's a massive campsite, but it's got a sandy beach at the loch, and they do like boat hire and different types of water sport hire and things like that. And when we saw it, we were like, oh, I remember that. It was a brilliant weekend that we had. So yeah, it brought back a lot of memories for us. But I would say, if you're ever looking for somewhere to go in Scotland and you're wanting something that's nice and picturesque, like nice and scenic, and you like outdoorsy things, go to Aviemore. There's not a lot there in terms of shops, but the amount of outdoor things going on. There was a brand new, well, I don't know how new it is, but it was new to us, a massive big bike and skate park that was there. There's loads of walks through forests and things. There's loads of lochs. Like I said, you can go out and do water sports. We were seeing signs for the quad biking. They do grass sledging at the hotel that we were at. I don't know if they only do that. No, I don't think it was anything to do with Thunder In The Glens. And it's basically just a big hill, and it's a sledge on wheels that you get a shot on, and it looked brilliant. Yeah, they just do so many things. They do shooting, they do anything you can think of that's outside. Skiing, obviously, if you like to ski in the winter, but they still do mountain biking at the base station bit, the ski area bit in the summer. And also Jack was saying that you can get the train up to the top of the mountain, and then you can get what is a bit like a big go-kart to go down the track all the way down. It would scare the bejesus out of me, but Jack said he would love to do it. So there's just loads of things like that to do. Aviemore is a lovely little place. It really is, just a gorgeous wee town. So, and there's loads of things round about it as well. The other thing that we passed when we did the ride out on Saturday was the Landmark Adventure Park. We took the girls and Abby's boyfriend at the time, I think it was Lewis, and the dogs there a few years ago now. If I can find that vlog, I will link it for you, because that was a great day out as well. And there's a nice rink. It's like the ice rinks that get set up at Christmas, you know, in the marquee. It's not huge, but they do curling on it and they do ice hockey on it, and it's there all the time. I thought it was just there for Thunder In The Glens, but it's there all the time. And we did see a few people going to it with their hockey sticks and stuff. In fact, I think they were offering free curling taster sessions for Thunder In The Glen weekend. There's a cinema in the McDonald Hotel where we were as well. So there's just loads going on, and it's definitely somewhere that I would recommend. I also meant to say this, it's very close to the Highland Wildlife Park, and I went there with Brooke one of the times that we were up there, and that's brilliant as well. It's like a zoo, and there's so many animals. It's so educational. It's really, really good. And if you heard about the wild lynx that were found in Scotland, that's where they are now as well. And the caravan park, it was Aviemore Holiday Park we were staying in, and it was nice. The lodge static caravan thing we were in was lovely. I spoke about that during the actual vlogs anyway. And I don't know if they're all privately owned or if the holiday park has some of them, I don't know. The one thing that I would say is the little pub that's on it is quite small. There's not an awful lot of tables in it, and they don't do food there. The little burger van thing that was there, which was lovely by the way. One of the nights I had some pulled pork chips and it was delicious, but I never had very many, but they were nice. And they did massive burgers and stuff, quite expensive though, but they were only there for the Thunder In The Glens weekend. They're not normally there, so but other than that, it was brilliant. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for watching the vlogs. I hope you did enjoy them, and I'm going to have to get back to normal vlogging now, which is going to feel very weird. And I will soon be putting up the footage of the ride up to Aviemore and the ride out on the Saturday and the Sunday on my other motorbike channel, so the link for that channel, if you've not already subscribed, is in the link in the description of all of my videos. So yeah, I'll let you know in a vlog when they're up. I've pretty much got 2 of them edited. I just need to do some finishing touches and then get them uploaded, so hopefully that won't be long. Anyway, I have havered on long enough, so I'm going to head off now. I hope you've enjoyed this. If so, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up button, talk to me in the comments below. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in our next one. Thanks everyone, bye!